Boom. We live. We live, baby.
In full effect. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You want me
man.
to
I was
intro it
I was
or
just looking at
you
that.
want to intro?
I'll
Go ahead.
intro
What
it.
happened?
This is the MarcWes. Huh?
What were you saying? You were looking at
Nah,
what?
you know that video I had sent,
Oh,
the
yeah.
old
The
school
one you sent
video.
me?
Ye-
Yeah, I got to check that out.
Yeah, I was looking. Yeah, they killed him, but you know how that goes. It's kind of
Yeah,
like what's
I've heard
happening
of him.
right now.
I've heard
But
of I heard of Khalid
mhm,
Muhammad. I just don't know.
yeah,
I don't know
he's
much about him.
when you see that video, you're gonna be looking for other videos. I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is the MarcWes Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Wesley Pierre. I'm here with my producer, Christian. We talk about all sports, Miami, that is. Dolphins, Canes, a little bit of Heat. And yeah, let's jump right in it. Um, right now, like I be looking at myself like I'm a genie. You feel me? Or somebody that can see the future. I don't got no Back to the Future car, but it seemed like I'm living in what I've lived already. You feel me? Because I'm tired of being like surprised. I'm not surprised no more. The way everything's happening with my dog, the Almighty Tool, it seems like I've been living this for the longest because I'm not surprised anymore at what my dog be doing. My dog, damn, 39 points? Yo, what, Chris?
Yeah,
When was the
man.
last time you seen 39 points for the damn Dolphins? Like,
I don't know,
like,
man. It's been a minute.
yeah, I don't think I ever seen 39, and it should have been like 41, 42. If it was not for the field goal kicker missing the bunnies right there after you score a touchdown. You right there, you're not right in front of the actual post like back in the G, but damn, like it's reasonable, and we paying you all this damn money. Like I would assume that you're gonna go ahead and make it. But it doesn't matter when you have the arm of the almighty Tua. You have the professor in Mike McDaniel. And you got two damn, I would say it now, future Hall of Famers. They're kind of like Duper and Clayton. They just call one cheetah and they call one penguin. You know, crazy numbers. I mean, our running backs are looking serious. You got Moister. You got the dude that just came from San Fran, just jumped in and he's doing his thing, balling. I mean, damn, both our running backs. Like, I think we had over 189 yards rushing, Chris. I don't
Yeah.
remember that since Ricky Williams, let alone our quarterback still doing his thing with the touchdowns. 3? Like, damn. Your ass is tied for number 3 in the NFL for the most touchdowns. And you missed 3 games? How is that? The arm of the almighty Tua. You know what I'm saying? It just feels so good. I'm mad Marcus not here, but again, we holding it down, and it's not going to change anything. 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, when Marcus come back, we're still going to be on this winning streak. I mean, we're in the 50 year anniversary of the Dolphins going undefeated, and I don't know if they did that on purpose. We supposedly were supposed to be undefeated right now, because I mean, Tua's 7-0 when starting and finishing the damn game. So I'm just imagining those 3 games, the Minnesota game where we almost won that game. I'm looking at the Jets games, the garbage ass Jets. We would have beat the Jets. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at those 3 losses, and I'm like, well, if Tua could still go undefeated, because he already talking about, we could talk about Super Bowls over here, and we ain't scared of none of that talk. You know what I'm saying? And that's just him being a product of what's behind me right now, the 305. We know how to run our mouth, you feel me? But we back up our mouth with them facts. All y'all other motherfuckers that be out here, yeah, I'm talking to y'all. The haters, the people that seem to not want to talk about the damn Dolphins, even though we're winning. Yeah, all you guys. And the crazy thing is they don't even have us as like a Super Bowl contender right now. They saying that we're not Super Bowl contenders. I'm like, how is that? They're like, we're in the 3rd tier of people that could go ahead and do something in the playoffs. to potentially win a Super Bowl. And I'm like, damn, y'all ain't seeing Tua? Y'all ain't seeing the podcast? Y'all ain't seeing the MarcWes Sports Podcast? Probably that's what it is. Y'all probably watching ESPN. Y'all watching Skip and Shannon run their mouth. Y'all hearing everybody talk about Kyrie and Kanye right now, but y'all not listening to what's going on over here in Dade County. Dade County, we over here number one, three touchdowns in 4 games now. Not 3, 4 games now. 285 yards. It should have been more. You know what I'm saying? But why do all this? You feel me? When you got the running backs gelling like that, 189-yard rushing, you know the Dolphins normally don't run good. Big ass gaps, big ass holes. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mutt. It's like a mutt that just got ran through by everybody. She wide open. You feel me? Ain't no grip. You know what I'm saying? So yes, the Dolphins, we running a train on the NFL. We going through them holes. Every type of crevice that's in that twat, we in that motherfucker. And Tua is doing his thing. Mike McDaniel is doing his thing. Damn, that was a perfect game if it was not for the special teams. I'm just like, damn, we got 2 running backs that's running like that. We got both our wide receivers still doing their thing. And it was not just them now. Now we're showing you Chef Sherfield. Now we're showing you our fullback is actually scoring as well. I mean, before it was just, okay, well, y'all just got Cheetah and Waddle. Then you see the emergence of Gronkowski, like Marcus say. The emergence of Gronkowski scoring every damn game. Then now you're seeing what's his name? You're seeing the fullback Ingold doing his thing. Sherfield's supposed to have another touchdown, but they called it back. Yo.
We're the touchdown Dolphins, man. I'm telling you. That's the new nickname, the touchdown Dolphins.
That's the new nickname. The touchdown Dolphins. And just the plain fact that you can't really say anything negative about the Dolphins. And I want to say that because the defense been looking suspect here and there. But last game, they showed they showed what the Dolphins would look like if the Dolphins actually played a real good game in all facets of the game. That's offense, that's defense, that's special teams. Again, special teams looking kind of shaky, not because of the punter, but because of the field goal kicker. But I'm going to put some faith in my dog. Why? Because they're paying him all this money. They're paying him all this money. He did it last year. He did it also the year before that and showed us what type of person he is. So I ain't going to go ahead and kick my own man down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to uplift him. Hopefully you watch this podcast. You'll be like, man, see, that's why I fuck with them boys from the MarcWes Sports Podcast, because they got faith in us. The same way Westradamus, me, have faith in the arm of the almighty Tua, he has faith in me and my foot. You know what I'm saying? All I need to do is just get it through the uprights. And I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. That's what he's saying to himself. So the crazy thing is we still haven't got Byron Jones back. That's our starting corner. I think I seen him a few weeks back, like running around in the practice field. So I was thinking that he's going to come back sooner than later. But then, I was hearing on the radio this morning, supposedly his contract is not guaranteed anymore, I think, after this year. So he's pulling what Xavier Howard did last year, which was hold out. But X-Man didn't do it during the games. He did it in the offseason where it really doesn't hurt the actual team. You doing it during the damn, we need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that now? For me, if you don't come back this season, your ass got to get up out of the 305. And just like all them other people that we've been saying, sometimes we're known for the place where you go retire. Go collect that last check and retire in Miami. There's no state tax. And then, do your thing. So what you think is going to happen going on in the next few games? Because right now, we have a bye week. So Sunday is a chill day. I know you and wifey going to go to the beach. Yeah. I already know that.
I already know. I mean, bro, I mean, we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I mean, I like the way we're looking. The defense is holding it down. The offense is holding it down. Tua actually threw a perfect pass at Tyreek that wasn't underthrown this time, but fucking the Browns defense they had him on lock. But man, you know what? You know what I want to see? I want to see Mike Gesicki bring back the white boy gritty. That's what I want to see.
He ain't gonna do that shit.
I want to see that ugly, uncoordinated. I want to see the ugly. Fuck it. I want to see the ugly, uncoordinated gritty, man. Bring that shit back, man, and just make it your own. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
Yeah, I want to see it too because it's so funny. You know, it could give us something to laugh about. Because you know, right now the tension in Miami been crazy for the longest. It feels good to laugh about people not being able to do the gritty, but we still winning. It feels good to possibly think we're gonna mess up the game and lose it in the end like we typically do, and we win the game. You can laugh about these things. So for me, you know, all aspects of the Miami Dolphins looking going forward is what I've been saying the longest. Before any game, I seen Alabama game. I know that if Tua can't get along with Nick Saban, it ain't Tua. I know that Mike McDaniel came and we're seeing the true Tua, the true arm of the almighty Tua. So I know it ain't Tua and it was Flores. I know that everything right now that wanted to go wrong with the Dolphins went wrong as well. Tua again, the concussion, missing 3 games, the snitching to the NFL, us losing the draft pick, our owner not being able, well, not our owner because I'm not owned by nobody. The owner of the Miami Dolphins not being able to be in the facilities. And we overcame all that. You know what I'm saying? So for me going forward, I'm looking at these few games. I think we played the Texans, the same team that helped us get Tyreek, that helped us get Javon Holland, that helped us get Waddle, that helped us get all these blockbuster names in Miami. We got that from the Texans. Now, at the time, they thought that they were doing the best thing. They didn't have no left tackle. We had one. And the crazy thing was, it possibly was a good move. I thought it was a bad move then because, I mean, the Dolphins haven't had a left tackle since Jake Long. Now we finally got one in Armstead. You know what I'm saying? We've been playing dominoes with the O-line after we got rid of, what's his name? The guy that get into fights with everybody and, you know, the deflate gate. Yeah. The deflate, not the deflate gate, but the bully gate.
Richie Incognito. Yeah.
So we weren't able to get a right guard or a left guard for years, playing dominoes, not knowing what's going on, looking dumb as hell, hiring all these different coaches and getting all these different regimes, and all of them are incompetent, all of them dumb as hell, all of them are stupid, whatever you want to call it. It seemed like we were just in a Groundhog year. You know what I'm saying? The same shit happened time after time. And just for right now, it feels like we're uplifted. It's like God just came down and be like, yes, wake up, our sons. Wake up, my daughters. It's time to cheer for the Miami Dolphins now. Yeah. So looking at the future games, I think it's just going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be a cakewalk. Tua's going to go ahead and continue to do what he's doing. We got, like I said, we have a bye week, so I give the players some time to chill, rest up. Go out with your wife, go out with your kids, spend some time with your peoples. Especially knowing that it's holiday time and you're probably going to be on the road for a lot of games. Spend that quality time with your family now. Thanksgiving is not on a Sunday, it's a Thursday this year. So even better, more quality time with your peoples. I think Christmas is on Sunday, so the Dolphins are going to be playing. You're not going to wake up and have the kids see the kids with their presents and this, that, and the other. You probably do it the day before, find a way to maneuver how you're going to do that. But right now, just enjoy your time, get better, even though y'all good. You know what I'm saying? Get better, get rested, and look forward to beating them Garbage ass Texans.
Let me ask you a question. You think it makes a difference if Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, is in the stadium or not? You think that
I,
makes a big difference?
I don't think makes a big difference with this team because he's typically always in New York, from my understanding. Yeah, you got the team, you're the owner of the team, but typically you leave it to your general manager and everybody else under you to handle everything. So I think that's the reason why he had our general managers and everybody had an issue with Brian Flores because Brian Flores felt like, okay, the boss ain't here, so I'm the boss. When technically I hired you. Yeah, he's the owner, but I'm the one that controls everything. I'm the one player on personnel. I'm the general manager. I'm the all those Garfinkel and all those individuals that's um in the personnel higher ups of the Miami Dolphins, I felt like that's the reason why we had that issue because the owner was always not there. Now, answering your question, do you think it plays a factor? I think it plays a factor a little bit, not too much where you're here and now we're winning games. Nah, the players want to win games if you're here or if you're not here, if you own the team or if somebody else on the team. I just think that it's a good thing because for him, that shows him that his investment that he was building with the Miami Dolphins and was a good thing. While everybody was saying, don't get the F1 racing, that was a success over here. Don't
Yeah,
renovate the stadium. That's a success over here. We just sold out season tickets. Season tickets at the Dolphin Stadium sold out. That haven't happened in years. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been trashed for years. So I think it just shows that, yeah, I know I'm winning, but to see, it's like watching your kid when or even when we're editing videos or something like that. When it's something that you did and is a success, it makes you feel good. It makes you want to
yeah,
invest more in that actual product. So for me, he probably be like, all right, I'll go into the luxury tax. I know it's not the NBA, so I don't know what they call it as far as when you exceed like Golden State, how much you pay your players. But okay, let's go ahead and get a player like Deion Sanders. Now, no, Deion is retired, but I'm using him as an example. It's gonna cost 20 million over the cap for this year to just get this one guy that'll take us over the hump. Let's go ahead and get it. Why is that? Because you got Byron Jones that's sitting on the bench that's supposed to be playing on the damn field and he's not. That's really our problem right now. We got the enigma defense where everybody play man, and you normally gonna have the front seven blitz the actual quarterback. But if our corner is garbage, what's gonna happen? We're gonna get burnt all the time. What we've been saying, what you've been saying, like the defense been looking suspect. The first, it's like they suspect the whole game or half the game. Not last game. It was a well played defensive game. But I'm
yeah.
saying it need to be more consistent, especially if we talking about going to the playoffs. We're not gonna be playing these garbage ass teams. We're gonna be playing the best of the best. So for me, I do think it'll help a little bit. Him being there. Why? Because let me go ahead and possibly go over the luxury tax to get somebody else to fill that cornerback position that we're lacking in right now. Even though Kahu and everybody else is doing their thing, Kahu is a rookie. He came out the streets. He was undrafted. We wind up getting him, and he's showing out here. There's a lot of plays that I looked at, and it looked like it could have been pass interference. It could have been this, that, and the other. They probably let him get away with it. I don't mind. That's another thing that's happening with the Dolphins. Certain things like that pass interference in the end, it could have been pass interference. It wasn't pass interference. Why? Who was holding him, and then Javon Harlan actually, helped them tackle. But Javon Harlan was there on time, but Kahu was there probably a second earlier, grabbing him down, this, that, and the other. And they didn't call it. They normally call that on the Dolphins. We normally lose those games. So for me, if Stephen Ross can go ahead and get another corner, that's, elite, go over the luxury tax just for 1 year, then do that. But you're only going to do that if you're there. You normally see Stephen Ross up there in the bleachers with his not telescope.
A monocle or monocle?
His
Yeah, the
monocle.
monocle? Like
Yeah.
the peanut butter guy, like the little peanut guy.
No. No, not the monocle. The binoculars. He
Oh,
have binoculars
binoculars.
as well,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and he have the monocle too. Though sometimes you feel me, but the binoculars and when you see, like I said, when you see what you created be a success, you're gonna want to invest in it more. And sometimes that's what it takes. You see the Rams, they did that, and they won a Super Bowl. Now they looking crazy right now, but our general manager, we're able to still have money in our cap for next year. So when we got to wind up paying Tua and everybody else, we still got the bread to go ahead and do it. So yeah, I think it will be a benefit if he was there.
Yeah, yeah, man. You know what? You know what I wanted to ask you about? Transitioning off the Dolphins but staying on the NFL. What do you think about this Jeff Saturday situation where like they're kind of being I know Bill Cowher, he Jeff Saturday's the interim head coach for the Indianapolis Colts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Bill Cowher pretty much said it's a disgrace to the coaching.
He was crying.
Profession.
He was crying. Basically, like, look, man, I don't know why he's surprised. It's him the one that's complaining. He's complaining. Have you seen any black person complain? I haven't seen any black person complain. Why? Because we used to that shit. Like, you're not gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna keep jumping and hitting my head on the jar like the flea and thinking that the jar is open now. I'm gonna stop jumping. You take that jar, the top off the jar. I'm like, we ain't jumping for that shit no more. You want to go ahead and cry, Bill Cowher, behind that, cool, no problem. But you part of that brotherhood that if you came out of retirement, they'll hire you before, and you haven't coached in years. Why is that?
Yeah.
Because you don't look like those people that they got the Rooney Rule for. We spoke on this plenty of times. The Rooney Rule is bullshit, one. Two, how can you tell somebody who to hire in his own damn company? Like, I'm going to holler at my homeboys. That's the reason why you don't have that many black owners. You don't have that many black owners. Why? Because a lot of black owners don't have the funds. Won't have to actually just cover it yourself. I mean, you see, look what's happening with the damn Marlins. He don't got no money, but you got the guy from New York. He got hella cash, so he's able to do certain things. Now, again, I know it's a different sport, but black people don't normally have the resources. We have to put our money together to go ahead and handle that. I think Jeff Bezos is trying to buy the Commanders with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? But who you think really gonna own it? Jay-Z or Jeff Bezos? I mean, Jeff Bezos. I mean, you may own like 1% Jay-Z, but like, I don't need your money, Jay-Z. Like, you're just a figurehead, to be honest with you. If you wind up getting that job, getting to own that actual team. But for Jeff Saturday, I don't feel no type of way about it. He wanted to hire his homeboy. He hired his homeboy. We don't care about the Rooney Rule. We know that's some bullshit. I mean, they had more black coaches in the NFL before the Rooney Rule. We have less now because of the Rooney Rule. They're like, how the hell you gonna tell me how to run my damn business? How you gonna tell me how to? So this is the reason why black coaches aren't getting hired. And I don't care if somebody want to go ahead and hire their own. So when we start doing that, eventually, if we ever get in position to have that type of power, then don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad if it's a black owner that hires an all black staff. Don't get mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll be like, hey, it is what it is. But we can't get mad when we, as a black community, if that happened the way I'm saying, you hire all black staff because you have a black owner, and then what you think the other owner's gonna do? Let's go ahead and hire an all white staff. It's gonna be tit for tat, tit for that, and then let's just say the players are like, oh, all right, I'm only playing for a black coach. That's a long ass rabbit hole that I don't think ever is gonna happen. I think the NFL is the smartest ones to keep their slaves in check, as far as paying them, but that money is nothing. As far as with Jeff Saturday, He won the damn game, so you proving the damn owner's point. I mean, if he was not fit to be the damn head coach, how the hell I came in a short notice and I was able to damn beat the Raiders? He proved his point. Or it could be, all right, this is brotherhood. LA, I know y'all suck this year. Take another L real quick so people get off my back about me hiring this Jeff Saturday. So again, you never know. I mean, we say it all the time, games be rigged. Tim Donaghy came out and said what he said. It has the Netflix show that showed, how games can be rigged. And for me, you just can't get mad at somebody for hiring who they want to go ahead and hire, man. It's his job. It's his company. It's just like somebody saying, Chris, it's your house, but I'm telling you who you can have in and out your house. That's your house. You pay the bills. You pay the lights. I'm telling you this. How? You're going to be looking at me like, what? It's like, well, so I'm some type of sucker over here. You just dictate some shit like that to me. Like, it's the same shit. Them owners go ahead and hire whoever you want to hire. If you feel like that candidate is the best candidate, then go right ahead. It is what it is.
You know what? Speaking of the Rooney Rule, and actually back to the Dolphins, do you consider Coach Mike McDaniels mixed?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I remember when he first got hired, they're like, oh, they got a black coach, and I was looking at him, I was like, hold on, what?
You know how it is.
He's mixed.
Look, man, he's mixed.
But he looks white to me.
He looks white, but you know how it is. If you got a speck of black in your ass, society say you black. So he's
paper bag test.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So he's black for me. His swag is black. He dress. Not saying that white people don't got no swag and white people can't dress, but he got a certain swag to him that I'm familiar with my culture. Now, it may be familiar with your culture, but I'm not sure because I don't study your culture like that. I'm not trying to dress like Justin Bieber. I'm not trying to be like Post Malone. No, I'm trying to be like the Jay-Z's, the Rick Rosses, the Boosies, you know what I'm saying? So for him, he has a certain swag to him, even though he speak professionally. I mean, come on, man. You see me all the time. I could talk professional to you, or when we chilling at my crib, we could be vibed up, and I'm talking a certain way too. I'm not. So for me with him, when he's in the locker room off camera, he probably giving you the other side of him, and it doesn't matter if you speak a certain way, because I got certain people that I know that speak professionally where they at, but they funny, good sense of humor, they sincere, they loyal, trusting, they smart minds, and that's all I worry about. It's everybody else that be feeling funny about people like that. I mean, people look at me, I got dreads, and they think I'm dumb. You know what I'm saying? So again, is a stereotype. They probably was giving him slack because he's black or because he's mixed, in this world, or back in the days, the black people didn't accept mixed people. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, you're the house nigga. You feel me? Like, so you don't know if that's what's going on right now. I'm not sure, but because I'm not the one that actually controls the media. I don't control people's perception. But for me, my only being skeptical about him was I never seen a coach like that that's not as aggressive and things go right. Normally the coaches coach, the players coach. Normally, you have a good team, but there's always penalties. Y'all always lose because of some bullshit, because somebody did something dumb. It continues to happen, and you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's because it's like no authority. But for me, it's like he's getting everything from the players being himself. So I think he's black though. But even though he's mixed, he's black.
All right, what else? What else is on the docket? The Heat,
Miami
the Hurricanes, the Heat.
The Heat and the Hurricanes. Well, since we're on football, let's go ahead and talk about the Canes. The Canes went ahead and they beat Georgia. They beat Georgia Tech.
I seen that.
Uh, I seen it. It was an amazing game. You got Jacoby Brown, actually doing his thing. Getting his first touchdown. Skinner got his first touchdown. We got touchdowns. Hold on. Let me back up. We got touchdowns. We haven't seen touchdowns in like what 3 games? Nothing but field goals. So for me to see our young players doing their thing, it felt good. TVD, I like you, but you can't run. I don't know what's wrong with you. I thought after seeing you last year, I seen a few plays where you would run. You really would run. And this year, it just seemed like you was timid. It seemed like what we've been saying, like somebody just stole your heart and you lost everything. But I think adding our freshman quarterback to start the actual game over Garcia was a good thing. You see the defense, Cam Kitchens. Oh my God, 3 interceptions in one game, one for a touchdown, running it all the way back. Yeah, man. We seen that last year with our quarterback that injured itself in I think it was the Alabama game, and that's when you seen TVD for the first time. It's like the team had a spark. It had a spark. We started scoring, and that's the same thing that I see with what happened on Saturday. You get somebody that can actually run. So if nobody can actually get off of their corner to get open, I can run the ball. I'm big. It's not like he could run it. He's a small guy. He's big. I think he's like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". He's still kind of slim, but he's still his height actually still looks decent because all of Miami players always look smaller than any other team that we
Yeah.
play, regardless of the fact. So to see us score touchdowns, to see us celebrating finally, to see Cam Kitchens with 3 interceptions in one game, one for a run back. It felt good. It felt good. Georgia had no chance during the game. I think it was 20. It was 14-7, 14-0. Then I think 7-14, and then we wound up just handling them after that. That's what I want to see. Now, again, it's Georgia Tech. Like, ain't really much you could gloat about. It's Georgia Tech. My main thing is, how does the offense look? You know what I'm saying? How does the offense look? How does these people like the Rooster? The Rooster was playing. He was running hard like a big dog. You know what I mean? Well, running like a rooster. You had Kobe Young, touchdown. This guy transferred. He didn't really know the playbook like that. And then when he started learning the playbook, guess what happened? Now he's the individual that's really making plays. So for me to see that, it's always a good thing. It's always a good look. When the Canes do good, when the Dolphins do good, like I said, you see 305 in the back. That's what I bleed. I bleed 305. And when I see these young players in the University of Miami win the way they win, it make me feel good because, like I said last podcast, we treat our players like they're a professional team. Now, FIU, on the other hand, we ain't worried about you. But University of Miami, Florida State, the Gators, even though I don't like those other 2 teams, we treat those teams like professional teams. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get the wrath. I don't care if you're 18, 19. I got to give you the business. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear Westerdamus, Marcus, or Chris talk shit about your ass? Do something good. Don't do more bad than good is what I'm saying. Do more good than bad.
Yeah.
And that's what I seen last game. More good than bad. Of course, we didn't have all those turnovers. Everybody looked like they was rallying around each other. And I like to see Mario Cristobal smile, and Every time you're going for it on fourth down, these last few games, you're not getting it. That means the O-line is weak, and your whole thing is O-line. When we have this all-star coaching staff and we can't even generate no offense, and then you got these scrubs be coming and not handling us. It's like we the mutt, and then everybody just want to run it on us. Nah, man. For me, it felt good, and I hopefully this is not short-lived, because I think we do play Clemson next, and I know that's probably going to be a tough game. But hey, it looked like we got a new quarterback. We got some new. They done resuscitated our heart. They done resuscitated us because we were dying. We were full of water. You know, the hurricane that came in and we were drowning. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to sound bad, but we're like Katrina. We're like when we were in Fort Myers. You know, water all the way to the ceiling. We can't breathe. But we done just got resuscitated with this win, and hopefully it's not meant me just happy for 1 week, and we could go ahead and continue this positive note.
I hope so, man. I'm kind of afraid to see what happens next, you know. But we should probably talk about the Heat, or I did actually want to talk about Jaylen Brown, what Jaylen Brown said about the Kyrie situation. I'm gonna let you. I got this YouTube video here. I'm gonna let you get back real quick.
Yeah, give me 1 second
so I can put up the YouTube video. Let's just give Wes a little bit of time. So,
1 second, kid.
no problem. I might as well tell the viewers about the UFC fight, about Israel Adesanya losing, Marcus's guy. So Israel Adesanya lost to Alex Pereira, or I think they say Pereira in Brazil. That was a pretty dope fight. I know Marcus is sad. I know a lot of people are sad because they love Israel Adesanya. I was actually rooting for the Brazilian. It looks like the Brazilian got Adesanya's number because he's beat him twice before in kickboxing. Not in the UFC, but in kickboxing, he's beat him before. I think it was a decision win the first time, and then the second time he knocked him out. And then this time it was a last minute 5th round TKO, and Alex Pereira got the job done and got the belt. And now, you know, we're back to the drawing board. But let me cue this up for you. This is Jaylen Brown, because he's I think he's the vice president of the NBA Players Association.
Yep.
I don't know. Did you see this already?
Yeah, I seen it, but you could go ahead and press play anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Is it playing?
Yeah.
It's playing. Well, while you try to figure that out, I could kind of go ahead and tell everybody what basically went down.
Oh, you can't hear it?
Nah. So for me,
yeah. No, we'll put it in on, since you already know what he's talking about. We'll put it in the edit. Yeah,
no problem. So yeah, as far as with the Jaylen Brown comments on the Kyrie situation, I commend him. I commend a lot of people right now. Of course, you had Dr. Umar Johnson actually scolding Shaq, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. He didn't say Jaylen Brown, but I felt some type of way about Jaylen Brown when he actually, decided to leave Donda Sports, because what Kanye said in regards to this situation, Kanye and Kyrie is kind of tied together, because both of them are speaking of one community, having control of certain things or having control of everything. So, to see Jaylen Brown actually speak up for Kyrie, saying that this is excessive. Him Other players are complaining. I see Stephen A even is complaining now. Of course they feel like they gotta say, oh, he said something wrong. But then they double back and be like, he said sorry already, which is true. Why are we still having him out? I mean, it's been 5 games already. I said it was 5 games. Now it's 7 games already of him not being able to play. He's suspended indefinitely. So when you have somebody like that, and I may be getting a little bit of it confused because I seen his interview and I also seen Stephen A's interview, because both of them was speaking the same thing, saying this is excessive. He basically did what he did. Apologize for it, put out a apology. You may not like the apology, but he still said sorry. He still apologized for it. What else do you want him to do? Not just that, but when you do this, you're basically showing the world that he was right on what he was speaking on, meaning Kanye and Kyrie, because both of them speaking on the same thing. Now, again, Kyrie's came on his origin. He wants to know about his history, but you're still talking about the same people. When you're talking about Kanye, Kanye's talking about the same thing. He's not talking about Hebrew Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel, none of that. But he's saying that these individuals run everything and they can blackball you. They can take everything from you. They can, humiliate you and make people turn their back on you. They can kill you. I seen something where he said they sacrificed the mom. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so normally if I'm thinking they sacrificed your mom, they didn't have a part in that. They're not just going to sacrifice your mom just to sacrifice your mom. Or maybe they killed your mom because you didn't want to do something that they wanted you to do. Meaning you probably wanted to do this, what you're doing right now, years ago. I don't know. I'm not one of those individuals behind that. But to see what Jaylen Brown, I don't know if he's speaking up because he's the vice president of the players union. I don't see these other players that he's talking about, because if they really want to, if black people really want to make a difference, do the same shit you did in the bubble. You remember when when Milwaukee said we're not playing because of what happened when that I think some officers killed someone in Milwaukee, something like that. Yeah. I think it was just a few years ago, 2 years ago, whatnot.
It was like
as a collective, yes, same thing. As a collective, guess what happened? They protest the NBA, and the NBA like, hold up. Majority of the NBA is black. For all the players, it's not playing. We lose. We lose everything. You can have these sponsors and everything, but everybody's not going to see certain individuals. They're not going to see individuals like a Steve Kerr. They're trying to go see LeBron. They're trying to see Zion. They're trying to see, these athletes. You know what I'm saying? I look at the situation and I feel like he may have been, even though it seems sincere, I don't know if he's really sincere. I don't know if he's doing that, like I said, because he's the vice president. I want
to point out more about him, because what he said, he's kind of being critical of the Nets owner. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the Nets owner, which is Joe Tsai, right? He's pretty much saying, look, everybody has a lot of work to do. He says, society has a lot of work to do. And he says Joe Tsai has a lot of work to do. And he quoted saying, look, it's 2022. It takes 10 minutes of time to see who these business owners, corporations, et cetera, who they're associated with and who they're doing business with and who they're affiliated with. Now, a lot of people are saying that's a shot directly at the Nets owner, because the Nets owner is the owner of Alibaba, right? And Alibaba does a lot of pretty much most of their business is with China, and China is currently going through a genocide with the Uyghur Muslims. You know what I mean? So he's kind of telling this guy like, yo, calm down, like look at yourself. You know what I mean?
Yep, that too, and plus, a lot of your sponsors are Jewish. You're in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you control the media, like, ain't New York like and California like number one, number two in media? You know what I mean? Probably California with the movies and stuff, but like if you want breaking news and all this, I think all that coming from New York. So I just think that the owner is trying to save face to all his friends, which he being loyal, but when you have a business like that, you can't do certain things like that. You can't not want me to work, and I didn't do anything to technically get fired. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing up on time. I'm practicing. I'm playing the games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember a time where, I was watching Muhammad Ali, a few of Muhammad Ali's speeches. You see that when he was doing that, they hated him. But now they consider him the greatest because he spoke up behind certain things that he stood on, going into war and other things. This is the same shit that's going to happen to Kanye and Kyrie. Because in the moment, when everybody's full of emotion, everybody's blinded. But when you sit back, relax, time passes, and you really see and listen to what that individual was saying, now you're going ahead and seeing the fruits of the labor, and you're praising him. When it comes to Muhammad Ali, I don't, he have the Parkinson's. I don't know if that's something that a lot of people gonna say it came from boxing. Some people gonna say they did that to him because of what.
That shit came from boxing.
Again, Chris, I agree. You know what I'm saying? But remember, like I said with Marcus, man, I'm open to every theory and every this, that, and the other. They say,
if you're open to every theory,
no. Like I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna say what you just said. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, hear it, and just be like, pretend I ain't hear it. I'm gonna give you a reaction. We both agree.
Now, who is they when you said they gave Muhammad Ali Parkinson's? Who's they?
I don't know. That's what they said. I don't know. The powers that be, the individuals like. I remember you with the Easy E thing, how you get AIDS and die in like a week or 2 weeks. Things like that just don't make sense is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Muhammad Ali getting Parkinson's from blows to the head makes sense.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But a lot of things that make sense when you find out later, you're like, damn. So again, I don't know. Same thing I was telling Marcus too. I don't know. But again, at the end of the day, these individuals, even Khalid Muhammad, the one that I shared that video with you earlier, he died miraculously. You know what I'm saying? Like, how? It's just those people that speak out. Even with Kanye saying, they're gonna try to kill me, they're gonna try to do this, that, and the other. Like, people could say it's a theory, it's him going crazy. But when you have multiple different people that speak up and they wind up dying, I don't care if you be like, oh, it's gang related, the Tupac situation, and that's kind of shaky too. There's all different type of stories. When it comes to the Malcolm X story, there were so many different stories. When it came to Martin Luther King, so many different stories. Supposedly Jesse Jackson helped, get him killed. It's always like not a clear cut, this is what happened, boom, boom, boom. It's always some type of mist or cover.
Well, nothing is clear cut. Even if you was to see video, you're gonna be like, all right, like something don't add up. You can have clear cut video of somebody killing somebody, and somebody comes with a conspiracy theory, and you're gonna be like, oh well, that kind of that might make some sense. You see the person kill the motherfucker, you're like, oh, but hold on. Maybe some other shit, a magical bullet, or fucking somebody put them behind it.
How people be saying they Gucci Man a clone, Kodak Black a clone. Oh, this person, I don't know. Is it possible? I see they clone other things. Is that possible? I don't know. I don't have enough money to know them type of things.
Yeah,
but again,
it's impossible.
I don't think it's impossible neither because they cloned animals. They cloned like a pig not too long ago or something like that. So if you could do, and I hear they were trying to clone a woolly mammoth. I'm like, you trying to bring that motherfucker back? Like, what's going on? Like, why do we need a woolly mammoth? Regardless of the fact, we're human. We got minds, and our minds make a lot of things happen. We're on live. We got cell phones. We got, like you would have never thought that years ago when we were younger. We used to see on the Jetsons, they used to have what we're doing now, but on the phone, and we're doing it now. So, possibilities is open for everything with us. That's why when it comes to these controversial topics, I'm like, maybe not. I don't know. You only know what you know. Shout out to Jaylen Brown for sticking up for Kyrie. But again, that's your job as the vice president of the Players Association. Now, what happened to CP3? Why your bitch ass ain't saying nothing? Huh? Oh, you don't want to get pulled from Jake Paul, that State Farm commercial. You don't want certain things to get pulled away from you. Like, come on, man. Where that shows how you is. You like, damn, I'm about to retire soon. Like, I'm about to be out of the public eye view. Like, why fucking speak now? Yeah, like, nah, let me shut the hell up so I could go out with my money. I could do other things, because if I speak up now, I'll probably lose a lot of things. At least with Jaylen Brown, his ass could, if he get backlash, he's gonna be in the NBA for a while. People gonna probably forget that and this, that, and the other. I'm about to retire right now. Let me don't say nothing, so I could go ahead and land on my feet. So it just shows a lot of character in Jaylen Brown part, and it shows you a lot about CP3 right now during this situation because you're the president. What's going on?
Let's transition to something else. You seen Michael Jordan's son?
Yeah, which one?
I think it's Marcus piping down Scottie Pippen's ex-wife.
Yeah. I seen that. You know what I mean? But everybody giving her a little bit of the law of the law.
You think Michael Jordan put his son up to this?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I think she put herself up to it.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know what I mean? Because she don't like Scottie Pippen. She's a scold woman. You done been with everybody. Future, you done been with. Now this is the worst of the worst because your enemy Michael Jordan, his son. Not Mike. Yeah, it's bad if it was Mike, but it's worse because it's the son. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you probably used to watch me with Scottie. You know what I mean? You used to watch me while we were playing the games. I used to be at your house. You used to cook for me. That's when we were cool. Damn. Hold up. Was you playing with me when I was smaller? I'm just saying. You playing with me now. Probably was playing with me back then. I don't know, but shout out to him, man. You feel me?
Yeah, man. And you know Michael Jordan is happy too. He's like,
damn right. He's like a proud dad. Like, yes, son. Yes, you have fulfilled your destiny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I wonder how Scottie Pippen feel.
Man, I don't know, man. I tell her to he's not married to her no more. Why is she still using his last name? Like, stop using my fucking last name, yo. Use your own fucking last name, bitch. What's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. Well, pardon my French for all the whatever anybody who's listening gets offended by that, but man, come on.
Man, we're grown. We're grown. But yeah, man. Let's talk about the damn Heat. Right. Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Buckets is a bucket. We over here playing the Phoenix Suns and we beat them. We're losing in the fourth quarter by 13 points. Came back and won by 1. You remember I told you like we got a long season. We're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some, and we're gonna figure it out in between. We're gonna find ourselves in between. And we're finding ourselves right now. We're 500 right now. So basically our season starts now, even though it started 10 games ago. Jimmy Butler did do his thing. He was not passive, he was aggressive. The defense was the defense. The defense was not a Miami Dolphins defense. It was a Miami Heat defense. It was locked down to go into the fourth quarter losing after having a slow start in the season and blocking Devin Booker for the game shot. You blocked him twice. You blocked him the first time he got his own ball back. You defended him some more for maybe a second or so. And he got the shot off, but it was a bad shot because you was all over it. That's what I want to see with the Miami Heat. That's what I wanted to see. I think I heard today that what's his name? Tyler Hero is not with the team right now. He ain't fly with the team. Possibly, his girl is pregnant, so I don't know what it is. Probably that, probably whatever it is. The Miami Heat is tight-lipped. If it ain't nothing crazy, then we're gonna deal with it internally. But I heard Victor Oladipo flied with the team, and I want to see him. I want to see him in the season sooner than later, man. Because I've been waiting for his ass since we got him during the bubble. We got him during the bubble. He got injured during the bubble. Came back, rehabbing, came back, did good the later half of the season, went into the playoffs, didn't have so much of great games, but he did have great games as well, but it was 50-50. He showed you flashes, and I didn't hear of any setbacks during the offseason. For me not to see him in none of these 10 games that we played, I'm like, damn, what's going on? Are you not playing him so you could get him on a steal next year? Because he came back for a one-year deal to see if he can, do his thing and, continue on with the team that actually didn't give up with him and kept it real about his knee. Other teams, they want you to play. You seen what happened to Kawhi Leonard, and now he's always injured. So with the Miami Heat right now, I just like that we're back to 500. People can't talk shit right now because we're back to 500. And you're yet to see the full potential of the Miami Heat because Yurt 7 hasn't played. I heard he's going to be out for a little while with an ankle injury. But Victor Oladipo, the people that we really look forward to, Victor Oladipo, he hasn't played. In regards to Kyle Lowry, he hasn't played to how I think that a player getting paid all that money should be playing. But again, we still got trade deadline. We could still trade Tyler Hero, even though I don't want to. We can still upgrade our team, but I think we got a good team right now. We got a good team, defensive, and I'm not going to be one to be like, let's trade this guy, trade that guy, unless we get in Jay Crowder. We get in Jay Crowder, cool, no problem. We could go ahead and have Strus and Vincent start, be the 1 and 2 at the point guard, or Victor Oladipo. You can have Victor Oladipo as the 1. You can have Tyler Hero at the 2. You can have Jimmy Butler at the 3. Bam Adebayo at the 5, and who at the 4? Anybody, they could rotate that, because we are a smaller team this year. It's probably going to be Caleb Martin. But going back to the game yesterday, it was typical Miami Heat basketball. You hear Coach complaining all season about we're not sharing the ball, we're not playing great defense, this, that, and the other. And now you're seeing that come together. They're baking cakes in Miami, and they got a little bit of trees in that shit. You feel me? But yeah, Miami Heat, man, great. Last podcast, he was talking about how long you think Pat Riley's gonna be here, being the puppet master. I think so long as we show him that it ain't a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Winning that game against a playoff contender, been in the championship last few years, and giving them hell as far as like with the defense, and coming back after a 13-point lead that you had against you in the fourth quarter and winning by one and winning by defense, what he brought to Miami. I think he'll still be here for a little while. Again, this team, I think we can win the championship. Because again, I'm looking at every other team and all these dominant teams that's supposed to be dominant, they ain't dominant. I mean, you got the Golden State Warriors, they had a bad start. Klay Thompson even came out recently, put some respect on his name because people ain't really giving him credit for what happened in Golden State these years. And now we're just talking about right now. You don't look like the same person. You know what I'm saying? You had a major injury, and I think you were supposed to come back and you re-injured yourself, or you had a setback or something like that. So you haven't been playing for the past few years. Same thing like KD. Yeah, you KD, but you after that injury, you're not the same. You're gonna get yours. You're gonna get yours, but you're not as lights out how I'm used to seeing you. Yeah, you're getting older. Yeah, when you get older, you get injured. I mean, I wake up off the bed and I know I ain't injured my back yesterday, but I'm like, damn, what the hell is wrong with my back? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we're practically about the same age as them. And we're not even athletes putting all that strain on our joints and on our muscles. So it's just father time. I think these, even with myself, thinking right now, I'll be feeling like I'm fresh out of high school, mentally. But my body's telling me something else. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the Miami Heat, we do have a small window because people are getting older. You see Kyle Lowry looking crazy. We got a young team, but we got older players on our team. Dedmon is a little older. Haslam is older. Jimmy Butler, he's getting there. He's older too. You got maybe 4, maybe 5 years, but those later years, you got a lot of miles on that tire. I don't know if you're gonna be the same. You see LeBron right now. Yeah, you can get them points, but can you impact the game how you used to impact it when you were younger? Nah. So again, we'll see what happens. Again, Pat Riley said there's a key under the mat, LeBron. If you ever want to come back, that the Lakers just said they don't know how to actually use you right now or put you in the best situation to succeed. Look, I'll give up Kyle Lowry. I'll give up a Tyler Hero, for LeBron James. I'm not giving you anybody else. Why is that? Because he's about to retire soon, but I'll give it away for another championship. I'll do
for sure.
So yeah, man. Anything else you want to go ahead and talk about tonight? Oh, damn. We spoke on AB, right?
Not today.
Oh my God! You seen what Marcus sent us on the group chat?
I don't know. No, what was that? Because I was setting up this before I didn't even get to see it.
Nah, it's Tom Brady went ahead and started talking about AB and his antics recently. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and try to pull it up. Yeah.
He said, you are demonstrating very poor decisions and poor communication to so many people who have gone above and beyond to help you. You are acting selfish, and unfortunately, many of those people are exhausted by their erratic and unpredictable emotional behavior. When I met you, you were humble, willing to learn, and anxious to improve things in your life. In a short period of time, you have done those things and accomplished some great things, and very much on the path to success long term. Unfortunately, you have reverted very much back to a young, immature man that is selfish, self-serving, irrational, and irresponsible. I, for one, am disappointed in many behaviors over the past few months. You have seemed to have lost that humility and that APG. You have gone from hanging around good quality people that had genuine interest in seeing you succeed to seeing others whose lives are erratic and out of control and leading you down a negative path.
Yo, Tom Brady.
And he's right. I think he's right.
You're right. Don't come out with a statement. You need to say that shit. Don't come out with a statement.
Yeah, that's true. You just call him and tell him that. Hold on.
Call him and tell him, or say it live. Don't, I don't know if that's you, Tom Brady. That could have been your publicist. You know what I'm saying? And that come after what? A day after what? I know you seen that World Star video. I sent you of AB in bed with somebody that looked like Giselle. I don't know if that's Giselle. You said it's not Giselle.
Giselle has an accent. That just sounds straight American.
It don't need to be Giselle, but you're giving. It don't need to be Giselle in that video, but you're giving that insinuation. Yeah, I'm posting a video of this girl. She looked like Giselle. We know she's not Giselle, but she looked like Giselle. You post a picture of Giselle going on her way to hug you during the Super Bowl. You lived in a house with them all this time. Yeah, I see over here Pink Panther in the background. You know what I mean? Yeah. You do all these things. See, one thing where Tom Brady effed up was, I'm never gonna have another dude live in my house. Never.
Nah, bro.
Never. Not saying that, it's a possibility you can smash my wife, but you could rape my wife. I'm not there. She probably could fight and scratch and do whatever she can, but men are physically stronger than women. Now, I shouldn't ever think like that, but I'm never going to put anything past nobody. I'm not going to have nobody living in my house. I'm over here playing football and you're home with my wife. Why? Because they didn't let him play in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You had nowhere to go. How you don't have nowhere to go? You're a millionaire, multi-millionaire. How you got nowhere to go? Now, again, he probably went in there genuinely to learn, because who's going to deny the golden boy, Tom Brady? If he wants something, he's going to get it. Last time he didn't get it, guess what happened? He left New England, and when he said he was going to leave the Bucs, they made the head coach the general manager because Tom Brady was having issues with the head coach. Now, in this situation, you can't control AB. It's kind of like you can't control Kyrie. It's kind of like you can't control Kanye West. Certain people you can't control. He got the money. He don't need to work another day in his life. He's set until he's dead. He's set. And if he make investments, he's set his kid.
Unless he gambles a lot. You could be one of them gambling people like Floyd Mayweather and shit. These motherfuckers blow their money.
He can be, but for me, he looked like he just somebody that pay for sack, smoke trees, get high. You feel me? He got the money to be a rapper, so I'm gonna pay for these artists to be on my album. I could go anywhere I want. I was in Dubai, body slamming that white lady in the pool, giving her moons. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about how you feel about that. I don't care about none of that. I got all the money in the world that I need. Not all the money in the world. But again, at the end of the day, money ain't everything. How much money do you need? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be a billionaire. It would be great to be a billionaire. But I don't care if I had 1 million. I don't care if I had 500,000. Because I know how to manage money. So I don't know how to manage all those different amounts of money. If I only could get 500,000, I will never see nothing less than 500,000. You know what I'm saying? I may go down from 450 or 400 because I'm doing investments, but then I'm going to go back up to 500, 600. Then when I got to 600, I may go back down to on 500,000. And then now I'm up to 800,000 because I'm doing all type of investments. So again, with him having all that money, you can invest in anything and make money. You see what Shaq did.
My question is, who put this out? Because it shows that it's a text message, like, but it says up here, to Tom Brady. Doesn't that seem funny? The message, it's a whole text message that it seems like he's talking to AB. But up here, it says to Tom Brady. Like, the person is sending it to Tom Brady. So what the fuck is
Exactly.
going on here?
Exactly. Didn't I say it's probably your publicist? Your publicist sent this to you instead of you copying and pasting. You just probably screenshotted. It's like somebody giving you the. It's kind of like one of my homeboys. We were in college, and I let him copy my criminal justice paper. You know, it's like a 5 or 10 page paper. He copied my paper word for word. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least he changed the name, but again, almost got expelled. Embarrassing.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, at least he changed the name. Tom Brady's so dumb. You didn't even change the name. You didn't change saying from. You didn't say like it says from, right?
It says to Tom Brady.
To Tom Brady. You didn't even change that.
So that must have been the publicist who leaked that out. Because before he even sent it to Tom Brady, somebody has a screenshot of it, and now it's all over the place. So that's got to be his publicist that put that shit out, or
because why is that? Why is that? I just showed you the video of AB smashing that dime yesterday, and today this is when this comes out. Really? 1 + 1 is 2 for me. Again, at the end of the day, I may not be sleeping with Giselle right then and there, but I'm showing you I'm smashing somebody that looks like Giselle. I'm putting out all this, you bird feeding me. You giving me clues. You're giving me clues. I've been solved the puzzle. You seen our previous podcast. You see what the title is. You know what I'm saying? So in regards to AB in that situation, so again, he's always going after Tom Brady. Why is that? Tom Brady probably did something to him, and to hurt somebody, you go after their wife, you go after their kids, you go after the person that they love. Damn, people gonna be like, yo, not Tom Brady, but AB's that crazy, right? But he was able to give Giselle the D? Are you serious? What's going on? Come on, Tom Brady. You know they used to have those shirts. Once you go this way, you never go that way. Or you never go back.
Still shows bad morals, man. AB got bad morals.
He got bad morals, but he's doing that to that type of person. He's not going to do that to somebody like, let me see. I don't want to make it a black-white thing, but he's not going to do it to some black players. I'm at your door. Now, certain people that's passive.
He seems petty enough. You know what I mean?
Not Tom Brady. He can't even do that to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a crab. Aaron Rodgers gonna check. He's gonna do it to Tua. He's gonna do it to Tom Brady. He's gonna do it to Peyton Manning. These type of people. Now, I'm not saying that Tua is timid, but he's more reserved. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of those that's gonna show you his emotions like that. You've seen it with Brian Flores.
But that's even worse because that kind of makes him a coward. That he would only do that to people that like he's not gonna do that to somebody who gonna step up. That's cowardly. You know what I mean?
He's bullying Tom Brady in front of everybody. And those same bullies don't be wanting. No, I remember when we was on middle school and high school, and people used to bully people, and I used to be a run up on me like that. Pussy nigga, no, I don't got no problem with you. Nah, and they stopped messing with that person. And other people that did the same thing. Some people gonna prey on the weak. You think a robber that's trying to rob you is gonna go after somebody that he think is gonna buck back?
No, of course.
No. You gonna go after somebody that is quick. I could get it and go. It's no fighting. It's nothing. That's what he's doing, man. Tom Brady's trying to keep his image up. So I can't talk the way I want to talk. You know what I mean? I can't, Tom, look why his publicist had to come out and put that statement, even though it said Tom Brady put it out. because Tom Brady's probably going crazy right now, or Tom Brady's probably sobbing right now. I can't believe she left me. She left me, and AB, been knocking her down. Boy, like that's crazy, man. How you gonna do that to me? Blah 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 blah. She's so petty. She bought a house across from Tom Brady in Miami Beach. Really? Now, it seems like both of them are being petty right now. AB and Tom Brady's ex. So what is that telling you? Both of them seem to be on the same team, same page. I said that before. I've been said. Didn't I say that, Chris? I'm like, yo, his Dom probably have, amping AB up to go ahead and keep going. You know what I mean? Because, it is Tom Brady is the golden boy. You don't think you got all type of Dom throwing that snatch at his ass? Come on now. You the greatest quarterback of all time. Man, people throwing that sack at you, and you probably got caught. And now she's like, oh, hell nah. I done been with your ass all this time. You done dropped these jits in my ass. I'm the supermodel. I make more money than you, and you going to do me like that? Kind of what happened to Nia Long. Me? Yeah. You going to do that to me at all? What? So, let's go. Shit. I know you seen
nothing like a woman scorned. Nothing like a woman scorned, right?
Yep. A thin line between love and hate. You feel me? You know what she did? Come on, man. And I know I don't want to speak R. Kelly, but when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you could do about it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So in that situation, I think that something happened between AB and Tom Brady's ex. They're trying to cover it up for Tom Brady in the media, and AB and his ex is trying whatever they can to put it out so Tom Brady legacy could kind of get like, that'll mess up your legacy. You got all these rings. You're the greatest quarterback of all time, but your wife that you've been with all these years cheated on you with the guy that you brought back to the league and won a Super Bowl. Oh my God. Yo.
I think it depends. If he could win another Super Bowl and in the midst of all that craziness, that actually cements his legacy more. Because it's he was going through all this shit, divorce, this dude banged his wife, and he still won another ring. That actually might cement his legacy.
It does, but it don't. You feel me? Because like I told you, what do I want? Do I want money, fame, or do I want my family? I want my family. You know what I'm saying? You got kids with her? Maybe if it was just a girl that you hollering at, all right, kick rocks. You feel me? I'll find another one badder. You seen what Kanye was doing. He was finding people that look just like Kim Kardashian. Thicker, is natural, is this, that, and the other. Hey, that's probably the case in this situation. But in regards to Tom Brady, I just think that he's hurt. You feel me? Like, you got a family with this lady, you've been with her all this time, and she left your ass. She may leave. She may have left you for good reason. We don't know. Of course, they're not gonna say Tom Brady cheated. They're not gonna say certain things like that. They're not. They're gonna make sure he stays clean. But yeah, man, AB, you the truth, boy. You are the truth. Now you shows that you have no loyalty. You show you green as hell, but you do show you the pettiest of petty. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, if he did smash, Tom Brady's wife, and Tom Brady did do something to make him, be this way towards Tom Brady, like trying to sully his image, would you still be mad at AB? Like if Tom Brady really did something to him to make him feel this type of way, to be doing all this to you, to dirty your name.
Depends what he did.
That's what I'm saying.
Depends what he did. My question is, when did petty become a cool thing? When did being petty become a manly thing? Because to me, I don't really like petty people. Like, it's funny, like when you see 50 Cent, like he's petty and he says some funny shit and
I like
stuff
what he
like
did
that.
with his son, yeah.
But when did petty become a manly thing? Because back in the day, petty was more looked as a feminine thing, and now all of a sudden, men are going around, I'm petty, I'm 100% petty, and that shit looks whack to me.
Chris. Nowadays, you have men in dresses. Nowadays, you have men having sex changes. Nowadays, you don't have that masculine man like that in the public eye. You may have it in the hood around your homeboys and stuff like that, but in the public eye, you don't have that many masculine men. In shows, the person that's, homosexual, I see is always a black person. You feel me? Or always a man. I'm used to seeing like two women kissing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel no type of way too much about it, but how's my wife feeling? How's your girl feeling? She probably like, that shit's disgusting as hell. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. So, well, my wife tell me she like that shit nasty as hell, but at least she shared that with me. But other women probably, feel the same way, but they ain't saying anything. So as far as being petty, when has it changed? I think it's been changing for the last few years. You feel me? People being sensitive, people being oversensitive, people able to cancel people, because canceling people is a form of being petty. They did that with Donald Trump. That was being petty. You could have let him do his thing and keep it moving. I think everybody nowadays been doing petty shit where it got normalized without you knowing that it got normalized. So now that you're seeing it in regards to somebody that you do know, now you're like, damn, when did it became a trend in this, that, and the other? But I think truly it's been happening for the longest, because a lot of men are feminine now. Just being real.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it for the longest, and I haven't liked it, and I still don't like it. Now, sometimes it's funny, depending on who it is. Like I said, sometimes you see 50 Cent, the shit's funny, but it's still petty, and it's just, I don't know. But yeah, man.
Well, it is what it is, man. As long as it don't permeate into us, we perfectly
fine.
Pretty much. So yeah, man. If there ain't anything else, this is gonna conclude this episode on the MarcWes Sports Podcast. Until the next episode. Peace.